Italy goes into voting. Search and rescue continues for missing angler and tourism industry on the right path to recovery. Those are the headlines for tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Muhammad Yusuf and this is TVS Nightline. We begin with our top story. Earlier today, Italy's early election has officially begun, and forecast seems to shine on the country's traditional right-wing party since it succeeded the administration of the country after World War II. This tradition, however, could bear different results as Italy would then usher in its first female Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni.
Polls opened at 7 a.m. Italian time and voters were given 2 voting slips to represent the Senate and the lower house respectively. These papers are no ordinary slips as it has anti-fraud segment that officials have to rip off before placing them into the ballot boxes. Therefore, after casting their votes, voters would leave the booth and present the ballot papers to the polling station staff, who then will ensure that the anti-fraud card complements the one assigned before voting. Prior to early voting, opinion polls subjects to Meloni's victory, who heads the right-wing coalition, which includes anti-immigration populist Matteo Salvini and octogenarian media tycoon Silvio Berlusconi. Both Salvini and Berlusconi had served as the country's deputy prime minister and prime minister respectively.
Now, the search for missing angler Wong Ik-kyung, whose fishing boat capsized off Muka on Tuesday evening, entered its 5th day with no new leads. According to Bintulu Zone Maritime Director Captain Muhammad Khairul Anwar Saad, the search and rescue SAR team covered an area of 962.6 square nautical miles in the search since the operation began.
He said 84 rescue personnel had been deployed for the search and rescue operation. In the incident, 8 anglers were rescued while 2 were found dead. The survivors were Wong Chiang-hee, Ling San Spawi, Anwar Spawi, Lewis Yong Ko-ing, Chiang Hock Hang, Wang Ting-ping, Chong Fei-fu, and Lee Xie-sun. The deceased were identified as Sabli Jun and Wong Xiao-tiang. The ill-fated boat carrying the 11 people had left Penakut Muka Jetty on September 20th before it sank at about 8:30 p.m.
Malaysia's tourism industry is on the right track to recovery, with over 3.2 million tourist arrivals and departures in the first 6 months of this year. Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri said the total receipts on tourism so far have surpassed 9.35 billion ringgit nationwide.
At the same time, Nancy said that the tourist arrivals have exceeded a total of 4.5 million and are expected to increase to over 8 million by the end of the year. Nancy said, like other tourism segments, business events had undeniably helped hospitality-related companies to achieve such a target. She said business event visitors spend 3 times more than the average tourist and they have a large multiplier effect.
Kesan perniagaan melibatkan keseluruhan rangkaian ekonomi daripada peniaga, individu, rakyat kecil hinggalah yang lebih besar. Inilah yang menyumbang kepada pertumbuhan ekonomi negara sekaligus membolehkan Kementerian Pertunasan dan Budaya terus meningkatkan promosi Malaysia ke mata dunia.
She told reporters at the Citrawana Arts and Culture Simunjan Festival 2022 on Saturday. At the same time, she revealed that there are numerous art development projects will be held throughout Simunjan district.
Usaha untuk menarik pengunjung luar untuk turut melibatkan inisiatif mewujudkan lebih banyak tarikan baru karya profesional untuk membangunkan karya seni ini.
Right. Swinburne University of Technology Sarawak campus will be offering law degree courses soon, which include Sarawak-related laws as among their elective subjects. According to the Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Joharitun Openg, this was made possible after the Academic Senate of Swinburne University agreed to establish a faculty in its Sarawak campus.
Saya difahamkan universiti di Semenanjung tidak ada menawarkan elective subjek, umpamanya undang-undang NCR tidak dipelajari dan kita tidak tahu bagaimana undang-undang itu wujud, kenapa. Jadi kita perkenalkan academic study on our NCR land. Juga mengenai dengan MA 63.
He said at the SMK Agama Tun Ahmad Zaidi's Silver Jubilee on Saturday. Abang Johari also said various postgraduate courses in line with today's economic transformation are being offered in 5 Sarawak-owned institutions, namely Swinburne Sarawak, Curtin University Malaysia, University of Technology Sarawak, ICATS University College and Sentax. He said student admissions under these institutions are not subjected to the Unit Pusat University or UPU, and students are free to select their desired courses.
A volunteerism program and public arts projects were organized by the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, or MOTAC, and the Sarawak State Government on Saturday in conjunction with the Tourism, Art and Culture Fiesta at Simunjan. According to the Minister, Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, the volunteerism program is a homegrown MOTAC event that has been implemented since September 2012. It takes place from September 23rd to 25th at Padang Central, Simunjan.
The program involves participation among school students under the supervision of the Sarawak Education Department, and among the new public artworks that will be based in Padang Central are the hanging of umbrellas comprising of 3 colours representing the Sarawak flag.
Saya melihat bahawa kawasan ini akan menjadi ID spot kepada masyarakat setempat dan mereka yang datang dari luar. Betul? Kita boleh cari IG spot, Instagramable spot supaya boleh mempromosikan tempat kita. Di kesempatan ini juga saya menaruh harapan yang tinggi agar lebih ramai komuniti setempat akan menyertai program volunteerism dalam membangunkan semula sektor pelancongan negara, selain memastikan sektor pelancongan mampu menjana semula pendapatan secara berterusan kepada KBNK negara yang secara langsung akan memberi spillover atau multiple effect kepada ekonomi komuniti setempat.
It is also said that MOTAC has rebranded the existing volunteerism program by reorganizing its main core and the new logo of the volunteerism program. Meanwhile, the public art project organized by MOTAC through its agency, the National Visual Arts Development Board, has produced a total of 3 pieces of public art developed by local artists together with volunteers. The Simunjan Tourism Art and Culture Fiesta and the Chitrawana Arts and Culture Simunjan Festival program was also held around Simunjan town. The program, organized by the Simunjan Children's Welfare Association, Perkajas and the Simunjan District Office, presented a variety of interesting activities throughout the 3-day period.
Similarly, the Tatau Festival, which will be held from October 1st until 16th, is expected to have more than 30,000 visitors. The event, which will take place in Bintulu, said Minister in the Premier's office, Datuk John Siki Tayai, was finally held after 2 years of social distancing during the pandemic.
Setelah 2 tahun kita tidak mengadakan program ini adalah disebabkan COVID, epidemik COVID-19. Jadi pesta ini akan diadakan di Pasar Lama Tatau dan tebing Sungai Tatau. Jadi penganjuran Pesta Tatau ini merupakan salah satu platform bagi mengeratkan silaturahim antara penduduk yang menetap di kawasan Tatau dan penduduk di kawasan luar Tatau juga. Contohnya dari Bentulu, dari Miri, dari Buka, dari Sibu dan sebagainya.
Siki said this after Tatau Festival 2022 coordination meeting at Tatau District Office. Many interesting events will be offered to visitors, including the Berjalai Bebala Mayo or Niti Daun, which will be participated by the various races in Tatau, which are the Ibans, Malays, Chinese, Punans, Beketan, Ulu and Vai people, in addition to the Ethnic Fest 2022 Queen Competition, high-powered boat racing, decorated boats, and folk sports. At the same time, visitors will also be offered a 50% discount for each traffic offence summons payment.
Now, coming up right after the break, more business tourism events in Malaysia coming soon. And Italians are still skeptical on change in leadership. Right here on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned. This is TVS Nightline. Now, the Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry plans to organize 126 business events through the Malaysia Convention and Exhibition Bureau, or MySeb, this year, with a potential return on investment worth 734 million ringgit to rebuild the country's tourism sector. Its Minister, Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri, said the ministry has approved 308 applications for 2 grants, namely the Tourism Sector Matching Grants, or GSSP, and the Cultural Sector Matching Grants, or GSSK. To date, GSSP and GSSK has collected applications amounting to 20.5 million ringgit and 20.75 million ringgit, respectively.
Sebanyak 23 acara dan program pelancongan dengan nilai 1 juta dan juga 29 acara dan program volunteerism di seluruh negara. Sebenarnya masih ramai lagi memohon untuk kita luluskan permohonan mereka di bawah grant sepadan ini. Namun begitu semuanya telah dipakai di semua peruntukan itu sudah dipakai semua, tapi kita tidak melarang siapa lagi memohon, tetapi kena tunggu sampai depan.
Nancy cited the example of organizing the Simunjan Voluntourism and Cultural Program 2022, saying this can benefit the economies of many parties, especially locals. Under the voluntourism program run by the ministry since September 2012, some 14,165 volunteers from all walks of life have been registered as of Saturday. The program was previously known as One Malaysia Voluntourism, developed under the 7 initiative of the National Blue Ocean Strategy.
Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullahi Ayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandariah have extended congratulations to Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah on being awarded the 2021 Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh or RCSED International Medal on Saturday in recognition of his contributions to surgery in Malaysia.
Istana Negara, in a post on its Facebook, said Their Majesties expressed joy and pride on the conferment of the honour, which at the same time boosted Malaysia's name on the world stage. Their Majesties also expressed their best wishes to Dr. Nur Hisham and prayed that he would be blessed with continued excellence.
Ini adalah pengiktirafan kepada perkhidmatan kesihatan global, iaitu pembedahan global yang telah saya dan Kementerian Kesihatan membawa perubahan dalam pembedahan di negara kita, dan negara kita akan menjadi modal atau model kepada negara-negara lain yang mana bagaimana kita nak melatih pakar-pakar.
Previously, Dr. Nur Hisham received the medal from RSCED President at the dinner at the college in Edinburgh to welcome their honorary fellow, Yang di-Pertuan Besar Negeri Sembilan, Tuanku Muhriz Almarhum Tuanku Munawir, who is also the Royal Chancellor of the Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. The ceremony was also attended by Tunku Ampuan Besar Negeri Sembilan, Tuanku Aisyah Rohani Almarhum Tengku Besar Mahmud.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob will embark on a working visit to the United Arab Emirates or UAE starting September 26 until the 29th. He is scheduled to meet with the UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan at Abu Dhabi's Presidential Palace. This will be the first official meeting between the two leaders since Sheikh Mohammed's ascension as President of UAE on May 14th.
On top of the list of discussions between the Malaysian PM and UAE President is to explore potential areas of cooperation to further strengthen the relationship between the two countries. Among others, the topics are digital economy, food security, digitalization in education, and renewable energy, as well as Malaysia's participation in the 5-year legacy program. Both leaders will also exchange opinions on various regional and international issues of mutual affairs and Ummah. During the 3-day visit, Ismail Sabri will also visit the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company at NOC, where the focus is on potential collaboration between said companies and Petronas. The Prime Minister will be accompanied by the Deputy Foreign Minister and senior government officials.
An initiative was launched by Kuala Lumpur City Hall DBKL to renovate one unit of its mobile offices as a mobile surau so that Muslims will now find it easier to pray. Kuala Lumpur Mayor Datuk Seri Mahadi Cik Ngah said that the mobile surau, using a 10-ton lorry equipped with air conditioning and ablution facilities with a 900-litre of water tank.
He further explained that the mobile surau can accommodate 10 men and women worshippers, and another 20 men worshippers can be accommodated in the prayer room that will be set up outside of the truck. He stressed that the facility will greatly benefit visitors, especially during ad hoc programs such as marathons and National Day celebration. Mahadi also added that the mobile surau can be parked in areas where many members of the public gather, such as Jalan Tuanku Abdul Rahman, which is normally closed to vehicles every Sunday. He told reporters after the launching ceremony of the mobile surau on Sunday. Another vehicle was also launched at the ceremony, namely the Rapid Response Vehicle or RRV, which is used to provide emergency assistance in natural disasters. Mahadi said that DBKL has an understanding with other rescue agencies such as the Malaysian Fire and Rescue Department, in which the DBKL Rescue Squad will provide immediate assistance.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, votes were casted on Italy's early election today, where forecasts mainly favor the ruling party. Words on the street said whichever party that wins should bring about positive changes, as many local industries struggle to make ends meet since the Ukraine-Russia war erupted.
Io spero bene per l'Italia. Spero bene per l'Italia perché è un momento difficile. E se la gente ragiona, non importa destra e sinistra, importa che si facciano veramente le cose concrete.
Credo, però non dico spero, che vincerà la destra, però non so come andrà, perché la sinistra, da quello che ho sentito, non ha un programma serio, tutti i partiti sono ognuno per conto proprio, la destra almeno si mettono tutti insieme. Anche se Berlusconi, sinceramente, se andasse in pensione sarebbe meglio.
Another Roman resident who did not disclose her name said she would give the winning party the benefit of the doubt when it comes to forming the ruling government. He said parties that had won in the past always have their own agenda, but hope that this will be a time of change for the country. The early polls will end at 11 p.m. Italian time.
Japan's authorities were angered by North Korea's recent ballistic missile launches, deeming it as an unacceptable move. Japan's Defense Minister Yasukazu Hamada said the missile launch was done ahead of planned military drills by the armed forces of South Korea and the United States of America. These repeated launches of missiles, Hamada added, are a threat to the region's security and the international community, especially amidst the Ukraine invasion.
本日6時52分ごろ、北朝鮮内陸部から少なくとも1発の弾道ミサイルを東方向に向けて発射いたしました。詳細については現在分析中でありますが、 最高高度約50キロ程度で、距離は通常の弾道軌道だとすれば約400キロ程度の飛翔し、落下したのは北朝鮮東側の沿岸付近であり、我が国の排他的経済水域外と推定されます。
Hamada added that the ballistic missile may have flown an irregular trajectory and that Japan is currently collecting and analyzing any piece of information that they could get their hands on regarding the matter. This was the first time that North Korea had carried out a missile launch after firing a total of 8 short-range ballistic missiles in June 2022.
Wrapping up the Nightline, the Pinoy government has started to evacuate its people from the coastal area, and hundreds are stranded at the port, unable to travel by sea. Philippines officials said this is because the main island of Luzon, including the capital, Manila, are preparing for a Category 3 typhoon that is heading their way.
The Philippines Coast Guard said that more than 1,200 passengers and 28 boats were stranded in the south port of the capital. According to a weather agency, the typhoon that is expected to hit the country is named Typhoon Noru. Noru became a super typhoon after a period of explosive intensification, with its winds increasing to 185 km per hour since Saturday evening. It will continue to intensify and may hit Philippines on Sunday evening with approximately 205 km per hour of wind. The 11th tropical cyclone is moving westward and is likely to emerge over South China Sea by early Monday.
The homecoming of a champion. Even though Sarawak placed 4th at SUKMA 2022, Deloniel McDallan, or better known as Kilat Boy, delivered what he promised to achieve during the Games, a gold medal. Keep up with his success story and how he's able to deliver continuous wins tomorrow on Sejahtera Asia, 7:45 a.m. with hosts Juzak and Sharon, only on Astro Channel 122, that's TVS and My Freeview. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates, both locally and internationally. Just a click away by heading on to our website at www.tvstv.my or by following us on our social media platforms. And that's all the time we have for tonight's TVS Nightline. Once again, I'm Mohammad Yusuf. Thank you for watching and good night.